Hi, I'm Brad.
And I'm Steve, and we are Pancakes. This is a play-by-play of our debut album, Once More Feeling. It looks like this. Track 1, Tokyo. What's Tokyo about, Brad?
I think Tokyo was the first demo you sent for the new album, and it was a lot more pop-punky than EP. I had that vibe. So I started to kind of write differently for it. What were you thinking when you wrote it?
God knows. I think we had Pancakes almost as part of the old EP almost. It just did feel like a first new album track. I don't set out to write, I'm going to write a pop punk song, I'm going to write a metal song or whatever.
Yeah.
I just write, and then this is kind of one of those opening riffs that's just got really weird chords that I like to use, and stuck with that, and then it kind of all formed itself like a big power chorus, which is really simple. But
I think I was listening to a lot of Knuckle Puck at the time, which kind of
I can't even
influenced
say
that.
what I was listening to, but I think I hear a bit of May in it.
Yeah. It has my favourite lyric in, which is Pull Yourself Together, Brad. It's just as a constant reminder, no matter how down I get, because I knew I'd always be singing it, just to keep me going, basically.
It's pretty anthemic. The ending is quite a big anthemic sort of thing, and we thought we could maybe close the album or open the album. It worked both ways, but yeah, the ending was real fun to play live as well.
Yeah, the lyrics in that are Stay Strong, which is a strong message to send out.
Super
First
high
track,
as well.
yeah.
A lot of harmonies on the end as well, but yeah, that's kind of it, I think, for that one.
Track 2, Pancakes.
Dancey little number.
Yeah, Pancakes is my favourite to play live, gets people moving. It's such a funky little number.
Yeah, guitar-wise and music-wise, I would listen to a lot of Dance Gavin Dance around that time. Can't think what album it's called now. What's the one with Jackie versus the Giant Tortoise on it? Whatever.
I don't know what the album's
No,
called.
I can't.
Crapping
That album. And yeah, it just inspired me to write this song, and it all came together really quickly, really easy. And we had it like not long after the EP was released, I think. We even played it at our first show, so it was really fresh. And it's just a good, feel good hit.
It's kind of tongue in cheek, but also like has a really deep underlying message, and the ending's like epic, like contrasts the first half of the song.
There's a pattern here, isn't there? The epic ending.
I think so, yeah.
This in Tokyo, yeah, structural wise,
Yeah.
but they kind of build up to a climax. But again, yeah, just really fun to play live. It went down really well when we released it as a single back in
96.
in '96, doing the circuit. It was big with Skunk and Nancy as well. But they loved it.
I haven't heard that name in a while.
They couldn't get enough of it. But yeah.
This song references Weezer and Rivers from Weezer, and incorporates a line from Undone at the end. Weezer are a huge influence on me and lyrics, and probably this album as well.
It's a really clever lyric. I like it.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Track 3, Foxes. Foxes is a summer hit. Isn't it?
Yeah.
It kind of feels summery now.
Yeah.
Foxes
I
was
think
old though, thinking about it, wasn't it?
Foxes is the very first song that me and Steve put together for Prey Drive.
Before it was even Play Drive.
Before it was Prey Drive.
Exclusive.
But we didn't actually think it worked, so we continued with Brand New Skin, which was more like post-rock, like Sex Survive sound. And we just left Foxes to die, basically. And when we were writing this album, we brought it back and completely reworked it, and it is one of the best songs, like pop songs on the album, I guess.
Again, it's really poppy. I'd had the chord structure in the song for quite a while, so it didn't really change much, other than it was originally on a baritone guitar, so it was quite a bit lower than it is on record. But the good thing about this song was when we had loads of snow in February, March this year.
Yeah.
I got snowed in, couldn't go to work, so I stayed home and just laid up loads of extra guitar parts on the choruses, which makes it sound like a completely different song.
Really.
Bizarrely,
Tarts
somehow, it sounds completely different to those just two guitar lines, and that really made us like all change our opinion. It was kind of like just an album track before.
Yeah.
We did that. It was like, this is a single.
Yeah, it was filler before, but we somehow made it a single. Don't know how.
And then we did a video for it as well.
But yeah, it's a special song.
In lovely Yarmouth, we had a fun day out on the video. But yeah, cool song. Has it got a big anthemic outro? No, it doesn't.
Not really. It has an epic middle bit
Really?
with lots of strings, and it suddenly goes dark, and then suddenly goes upbeat again.
Yeah.
Which I love. I love those string bits and keys and everything. Haunting.
Like a ghost.
Track 4, Sugar High, is the shortest song on the album.
Musically, Paul wrote a lot of this.
Yeah, we
Bassist
started
Paul.
expanding, writing and trying different ideas and stuff. And I think you and Paul got together and
Yeah.
done this in a day, didn't you?
Yeah, in the evening, Paul just came over one evening, he had a couple of ideas. Yeah, threw them out, we demoed them, chucked them on my computer, I played some bits over the top. It just came together really naturally, really easily. Because it's a bit of a mishmash of styles though, it kind of goes a bit pop punky, then the ending's kind of, I don't know how to describe it, it's not mathy, but there's a little tiny jiggle at the end which is not straight.
And just before that bit, there's like nothing, it's really sparse,
Yeah.
apart from like 3 vocal lines.
Yeah.
With like intertwining, which I was really happy with.
Yeah,
so I was
that came out really
listening to a Jimmy World song where they had 3 vocals going on, so I wanted to try that. I knew I wanted to try that. And I did that in this song.
It worked well and it's gone down really well. I think this is like the most popular one other than the singles.
I think it's.
I think so.
Yeah.
It seems to be people like it.
It's called Sugar High in reference to Empire Records, which is one of my favourite films.
Never
But
seen it.
Steve's never seen it. It doesn't really reference it in the song, I just like to call it that.
Banger.
Yeah.
And it's in Drop D. First one on the album, Drop D. Metal.
And it's really catchy. Yeah, oh, so the beginning says, oh fuck, that was actually at the end when me and Steve were recording, I was doing vocals, and I just kept messing up, and it reminded us of Green Day, Good Riddance, so we put it at the beginning in reference to that, and also, what do I say at the end?
Perfect.
Perfect. That was
good. Yeah.
because I did one take of the end vocals and I knew I couldn't do it again, so I was like, yep, that'll do, that's perfect.
And then that stayed as well, so it's like little bookends of little comments.
Yeah,
That works very well though, but yeah.
but there was no way I was going to do that again, so one take, one day.
Track 5, Sunday Best.
So Sunday Best is an old Deers song that was a band that me and Steve used to be in called Deers, which we completely reworked. It used to be guitar based, this is all synth based. I wrote it originally when I got diagnosed with Crohn's disease, so it's quite a dark, deep subject about loss and growing old, not being able to do things that you used to be able to do when you were younger, and also losing a loved one and basically carrying on living without that person and the struggles you find. Yeah, it sounds beautiful, but it's really
Sounds really cool. I'm really happy that it came out.
dark
Yeah.
and kind of sad.
That juxtaposition, is that what? I think musically I originally tried to turn it into a dance version. I definitely still have that version on Logic on my computer where I tried to make, just for whatever reason, make it into a dance version. And then I found it, like when we were doing the album, I thought, okay, there's elements of this that are quite cool, like the
Oh,
synth
that was it,
sound.
because we had 9 tracks, didn't we?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
just wanted a 10-track album, so we decided to revisit an old song.
Yeah, and that was this one. And yeah, well, there's still actually, we used some of your original vocal from the original
Yeah, so
Deers.
there's Brad from the past
Yeah.
actually on this version.
Yeah.
From like
And some
2010
original
or
guitar parts
something.
as well. Yeah.
So 8 years ago.
Just
There's
because they sounded
current
work.
me and
Yeah.
old me.
Yeah, but it sounds really cool. And the only thing we changed was the last chorus. We didn't make it.
Yeah.
We didn't, on the record, on the Deers record, it's more uplifting, I think. On this one, we switched it to go a bit more moody.
Yeah, it didn't sound right.
Yeah.
And I was like, Steve, can we just
Too heavy.
adapt this? It sounds really weird.
And now it sounds really dark and broody,
Yeah.
moody and sexy. And yeah, it worked well.
Yeah, I love that song. Track 6, Death Breath.
Death Breath.
Death Breath.
This is one of the potential. The song title was a potential band name. wasn't
Yeah, I had a list on my phone of just either song titles or band names. When me and Steve were forming Pro Drive, I think I suggested Death Breath,
Yeah.
but it was just too tongue-in-cheek that we didn't go
There's
for
another
it.
one as well.
There was
later on.
loads, let's not bring them into
this. Okay. But cool, catchy
So-
little
Yeah.
title.
So you had the demo, it sounded quite Don Broco-y
Yeah.
wise,
I think
and a bit
people-
Rage Against the Machine.
I think a bit cautious of it first, though, wouldn't you? Because like,
Yeah.
the riffs a little bit. We don't really do riffs.
Well,
we
it
had
just
done.
sounded really different to everything else, so we had to rework it. I basically tried something completely different lyric-wise, and just held back on nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So there's quite a lot of swear words.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of kind of cockiness, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah,
just
different angle.
Yeah, I just wanted
Cool.
to try something completely different. I didn't know what to write about at first, and once I knew what I was writing about, it just came out of me, and yeah, I couldn't stop, couldn't hold back. I'm really happy with it. It's got a huge chorus, biggest chorus come out of Norwich apparently.
Yeah.
Who said that? Someone?
So that's on paper, so it's legit.
So yeah, that is a fact.
You don't like it. Yeah, I think musically, I don't know where that came from.
It has a huge ending as well.
Yeah, the ending's a bit mental.
Yeah.
I think we just stuck loads of stuff
I think
on
I pushed my vocals right to the point
There's
of just
so many
breaking.
vocals on there. There's guitar tapping. There's synth replicating the guitar tapping. There's Brad going all over the shop vocally, octave range of about 30. And yeah.
The song's about getting rid of people or cutting people out of your life that are poisonous, basically. You don't need to deal with that stuff.
I think this is one of the songs as well that when we recorded it that we lost. I wrote the drums for when Christian was doing it.
Oh, really?
I can't remember or not. I'm just trying to get back. We recorded the drums in January this year, so it's quite a while ago. But at the end of recording, Christian was proper ill, and then we found out we'd lost 2 tracks. And I think Christian had to redo them again, almost on death's door, bless him. But he did. I think this is one of them. I can't remember. But anyway, if
he
it
was
isn't one of
dying.
these, yeah, that's
but
probably
he's
relevant
still-
for some of these tracks.
Yeah.
But he made it. Track 7, Empty Orchestra. Another potential band name. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Empty Orchestra is a translation from karaoke.
There you go. We should have just been called karaoke. It would have made it massive. It would have been massive in Japan.
This was the last track on the album that
You recorded.
was to be finished. I was struggling with it. Everyone had finished their parts, but there was no vocals. I didn't know what I wanted to write about. The structure was kind of all over the place. And I couldn't base anything anywhere to then come back to, and I was just having a nightmare with it. So I went to Wales, no contact from the outside world, and I wrote it in about half an hour. And it's one of my favourite songs I've ever written, just because I got so much out of me.
Musically, it's my favourite track on the album, and it was kind of a rework of an old one that we also had around the Foxes era as well. There was like a really similar-ish kind of thing I had going on from then, but again, sat on the back burner, reworked it for the album, and it's kind of, I think, taken influence a lot from early Biffy.
Yeah,
how their songs are kind of.
vibe.
There is a structure to them, but it's not like.
It took me a while to find it, but once I could figure out where the choruses were, and then how to build up on those choruses, then I could find the verses.
Yep.
And then I knew what I was doing, and then there was the riff middle 8 section, then we went back to the chorus. Has my favourite chorus in, absolutely love it.
Yeah, I think it's a really strong chorus live as well. We do.
Because we were so worried about this song and we didn't want to let the album down, we actually put about 20 times as much into this song as any other song on the album.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's got like
loads of extra guitars,
loads of vocals,
strings.
loads of guitars, strings, like a whole orchestra, and it just
riff
sounds huge.
Sounds great. Yeah, I'm
But
stoked with it.
Yeah, we were so happy after finishing it that day. We couldn't believe that it actually turned out amazing.
Karaoke.
Track 8, Star Wars Boy.
I never heard of it. What is Star Wars?
We kind of wrote all this together. Paul wanted to do like a police intro,
Yes,
didn't
that's
he?
true, yeah.
Bass and
I
drums.
think I originally had the guitar part and it was just like a really boring beat under it or something. And Paul had the idea of doing something influenced by the Police. So Christian got on these reggae beats.
Yeah,
No,
so
it
I
worked
really
really
like
well,
the
actually.
intro
Yeah.
to that song. It's basically about online dating, coming out of a very long-term relationship, trying to see what's out there and actually finding you're not compatible with a lot of people and it's just a waste of time. And you force yourself into these situations where even though you know you're not right for each other, there's just nothing else to do, so you just go along with it. It's kind of about that.
Musically, I can't even remember writing this song. Is it one of mine?
It reminds me a bit of Ruben, like the chords, like the thick chords, and especially like after the chorus into the string bit, reminds me of that Ruben song with the strings off the first album. Yeah, when I called it Star Wars Boy, it was in reference to like Just Boy and like an Analog Boy from RX Bandits, just songs that I grew up with that just like to
It's
pay
cool
tribute
lyrics,
to. You were a Lord of the Rings girl, and I'm just a Star Wars boy. So tongue-in-cheek lyric about not being compatible,
which is cool. I think that's it. And yeah, it's got one of my favourite riffs in it actually as well though. The middle 8 riff that we put a load of strings on the record as well and doubled up. That's quite a cool riff.
I think that was the first song we put strings on, wasn't it?
Probably.
And then we just couldn't stop.
We got the taste for it. But yeah, that's really fun. It's like a really chilled out middle 8 sort of bit into some riffy strings, into a big power chorus. And again, it's benefited from loads of extra guitars. I think they put on when I was snowed in. There's loads of like little just a delayed stuff in the background, just all of that. And it works well. I think this is This is quite popular from like reviews.
Yeah, I think people like the reference.
Yeah, this has been good. Crying loved it. Rock sound. All of
Queen.
Queen loved it. Yeah. The end. Track 9, Night Rainbow. This was your song, Brad.
Yeah,
primarily.
This demo is about 10 years old. I recorded it in my bedroom as a solo project song and never did anything with it. And then I found it on my computer, I think, and I wanted to rework it, so I took it to Steve and we did something with it. I love it. It's different to the rest of the tracks on the album. It's piano led, I guess, but it's very melodic, has a good strong chorus and then goes heavy at the end.
It's kind of really almost quite synthy poppy to start with, and sort of almost. We played on the effect of using auto-tune as well.
Yeah,
on your voice
atmospheric and kind of sparse, but we played around.
For sure,
we played around with tuning on the vocals to kind of make it purposefully sound like that. So Night Rainbow is about depression and trying to find light, even though it's dark. All you see is darkness. It's about trying to find that one bit of light and focusing on that rather than getting swallowed by the dark. So it's a happy song.
Happy toe tapper. But yeah, it's got a big outro ending sort of thing. What builds with a big riff, which was fun to record. We just put a few layers, octave guitars and lead guitars. And
the end lyrics say "wake up, wake up," and it's just trying to get yourself out of bed and not staying in there hibernating.
It is quite different to the rest of the album. I feel it's quite unique to the rest of the album, but it works well with it. But it's like certainly something different. But I think people will like it.
I hope so.
What's the point?
I think I was inspired by a lot of Bon Iver with this song. That's why we played with tuning on vocals.
It means Bon Iver.
Or as remedial people say, Bon Iver. And it was Sonny's favourite song when we played it on tour last year. Track 10, Once More With Feeling.
Title track.
Title track sums up the whole album. The song is about someone moving out that you've lived with for the past 13 years or so, give or take. It's about finding it hard.
For the music side of things, I think I was kind of going for one of those like big anthemic thrice type tracks where you bust out just something that's really simple, but the chord progression's been done a million times before, blah blah blah, but there's a nice little line under it, like guitar line, that is just like, ooh, that makes it different. And that's where I went with this. I mean, the chords are, tenor have been done hundreds of times before, but the little lead line behind it just felt like it gave it a little bit of sparkle, and then the rest of the song is really easy. It's just really simple sections, just alternating the chords pretty much. There's like 5 chords in the whole thing, and they just change in order, and it kind of just builds nicely, and there's a big chorus. It's a simple song, really simple, but yeah, again, loads of guitars in the chorus.
Once More With Feeling is a Buffy the Vampire Slayer reference, as was Tabula Rasa, the first EP. They were all episodes of Buffy so far. Maybe it's just release will carry on with that thing, maybe not.
Could be called Sarah Michelle Gellar. She was in that, right?
Yeah, she was Buffy.
Yeah, I never watched it. So.
This has one of my favourite lyrics in, which is I'm a fucking unicorn, which is the last lyric. I knew when I wrote that lyric I wanted it to be the end of the album and that lyric. It's basically, the lyrics before that line are about being a horse trapped in a stable. So it's about not being able to be full potential in something, and it takes something disastrous or bad for you to realise that you could actually make this something else and blossom and spread your wings and turn out you're a fucking unicorn, not a fucking horse trapped in a stable.
Exactly. So that's cool. I love that. I think that's a really cool message as well. Also, all the lyrics are there in the record.
All the lyrics are
handwritten as well.
Handwritten so you can read them.
On the sleeve. Just sing along, bang it out.
We are very chuffed with this album. It took us a year to make it.
Yeah, it was 18 months to write it. But
But we didn't put any filler in. We didn't put anything on this album that we weren't happy with.
yeah, we ultimately write for ourselves,
Yeah.
which is, I think, the only way we know how. And we've got help from our label, but ultimately, yeah, we just wrote music that we wanted to hear, and people like it.
Great. Please check it out.
Yeah,
Let us know what you think.
give it a listen.
We'd love to hear comments, or
Yeah.
just even if you've interpreted songs differently to how I've written them. I mean, I'm not going to explain everything. There's obviously reasons behind every lyric I've written, but if you find anything, let us know. Buy it, because Steve wants you to.
Yeah.
Come check us out. We love playing live. Please sing along. Helps me sing less. Thanks for Sunny. Thanks, Sunny, for putting us on the show. We're sorry the other boys couldn't be here. They're a lot prettier than us. I don't know what they're doing. They didn't get invited.
What's wrong with you?